Thank you for staying with us. The ongoing discussion facilitated by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, to resolve the industrial dispute between the federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, shows that dialogue can solve any problem. The Acting Accountant General of the Federation, Adolphus Agugu, was assured that issues surrounding the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Information System, IPPIS, and the University Tertiary and Accountability Solution, UTAS, will be resolved in 3 months. Agugu asked ASUU to forward the list of issues to be addressed in the system. Let's share the story by TVC News National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa with you.
This follow-up meeting is at the instance of Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, and it is to set in motion the implementation of some of the issues agreed upon in a bid to ensure a smooth academic calendar across the nation's public universities.
Whilst IPPIS would remain the platform, the government would bring in the aspects and the areas that are specific under UTAS and specific to the universities and assimilate those areas into IPPIS.
The payment platform for salaries remains a key issue in the dispute between the university teachers and the government. The Acting Accountant General of the Federation assures ASUU that government is ready to accommodate its payment software, UTAS.
We sit down with ASUU, we look at what we have at the moment, so that we also have to continue to pay them, and then gradually, incrementally, we are accommodating some of those material peculiarities that ASUU is complaining about.
The union is skeptical about this, since government had reneged on its promise in 2014 on the same matter.
I thought that coming today, we really didn't reach a full understanding before we call out the strike, because we did that on trust. I think all of that issues that we were not really sign any documents that address all the issues.
The union insists issues leading to the just suspended strike are yet to be addressed, including the renegotiation of the 2009 agreement. Arguments are canvassed by the Speaker and the Acting Accountant General, who promised to get the new proposal done in 3 months. The Speaker insists much has been achieved, especially with the inclusion of 470 billion naira in the 2023 appropriation bill for the revitalization of universities and salary increase.
If it works, you don't break it. If it doesn't work, then we can come back and sit down and figure out why it isn't working, and then another alternative way. So I think that should suffice for now.
The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation is to formally request ASUU's nominees to kickstart the process of combining the IPs with UTAS. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Today, I must commend the Speaker of the House of Representatives. When democracy started, when we started this experiment since 1999, that office has always been immersed in controversy. See that certificate scandal today or graft tomorrow, impeachment and everything. In the last 3.5 years, could see stability and purpose-driven.
Purposeful leadership.
Yes, what Baja has just done again now, even after ASUU has called off the strike, is still seeing the thing off, that to make sure that this talk does not break down,
yes,
to continue it, to make sure that the commitment of the federal government and everything. So the bringing together the UTAS and IPPIS, 3 months and everything, what would this do? From Gbajabiamila first.
Yes, we have to commend the Speaker. ASUU decided to end the strike based largely on the intervention of the Speaker. Yeah. It's not simply because of court action. Even NMA the other day disobeyed the court. The same industrial court told NMA to go back to work, and they refused. It was this same Speaker that then invited them and slaughtered the training fund. One of the key demands of the NMA, he slaughtered it into the budget, and NMA I mean, I said NMA, resident doctors,
Mm,
I'm sorry, resident doctors decided to end the agitation at that point, and we had industrial harmony, industrial peace in that sector. It's the same thing that he has done. He sent for these people, and they tabled their demands. So one of the key demands is this IPPIS thing. We went to university. Some of us were privileged that during our time, white people were in our schools. I mean, why should we just simply make everything turn upside down in this era? White people, they came from foreign lands on sabbatical in our schools. Yeah. That is the system across the world. That's the system.
External examiners, visiting
everything cannot simply be inverted in our country. No, this is the system globally. The university system is accepted. That you will have lecturers on sabbatical pursuing research in other universities outside of the university that employ them.
Yeah.
So we want to put an end to that in Nigeria because of
straight-jacketed
an IPPIS that can't stop people from stealing.
Stealing a humongous amount of money.
Yes. So now they are saying, put this thing. Let us have a situation whereby people can go to other universities to help them deepen knowledge in that area. What is the essence of an academic who cannot contribute to the body of knowledge? I mean, that's a useless academic. My own one who is VC of Federal University of Lokoja, he's been to many universities across the world.
That's the beauty. Anytime I see a professor, I want to watch. I want to see your citation. I want to see where you visited. What
we have been to.
That's what it is made for.
That is how they are even judged. That's how they are judged.
Yes.
The research that you've done, places that you've been to, and all that. How many universities in Nigeria now have foreign lecturers, the way we used to have in those days?
I can't think of
them. If you put them,
professors
today,
thanks
to this IPPIS thing, you cannot achieve that because it simply captures you as a staff of that university, and that's where it ends. Even a VC cannot employ a gardener. You can't employ a gardener. It's IPPIS, everything. You just module up the whole university
centralized system.
Yes, something that has been working. Our leaders today, they are products of public universities. Why are you trying to model everything up after benefiting from the university system? And a lot of them pay peanuts, almost nothing. If at my age, those ministers, a good number of them are older than me, if not 3/4 of them are older than me. Now, when I was in the University of Ilorin, I was paying 90 naira for a whole year for accommodation. 90 naira. Not 90,000, no, 90 naira. So we are products of public universities paying little or nothing. That's the same way our ministers. They pass through public universities the same way.
The one that didn't go, they had a scholarship to go abroad.
They were even feeding.
Even if they didn't do it,
cancel feeding subsidies before I got into university. In those days, they were eating chicken
tickets
on Sunday,
meal tickets,
ice cream, and the rest of it.
You know what someone told me? He said what they used to do in those days, they would just gather some tickets. Because they used to serve them chicken, jollof rice, and all that. They will now use those tickets to buy extra this thing and organize party. They will bring people from outside. People have enjoyed this country before.
Of course.
The university system.
And the same people who now don't want
the people who benefited from it now, they don't even want things to be easy for people anymore. What is wrong in integrating? You said it's not possible. These people made the demand. You said it's not possible. Now we are hearing that, okay, in 3 months, they can do it. How can you say it's not possible? It's about just slotting this thing in, just specific to the university system. It's a system that can work.
You allow them to use their own system.
Yes. Maybe you said they should go and design their own. You told them they designed their own, spent millions. Now you didn't want to accept their own.
In fact, the fact that they designed their own should also be something of pride that, okay, we have our people that can invent and design something that can work for them. They are not only theorists, they are practicals. They're giving you a practical thing that can work. But you want to turn it down and say no. And the system works in a way
I don't even blame them for turning it down. Because after ASUU came up with it, some unions within the university too came up with their own payment platform.
You know,
I said, what's wrong with these people? You allow people in government to use you.
Infiltrate.
Yes. Given that others, non-academic staff also came up with their own, definitely it will not, they are not going to accept it. They now say, let's even use our own. It was very easy to say, okay, they dismiss that. If we accept that of ASUU, how about
the others?
So what is the...
And that one doesn't work that way because, look, academic staff, they have their own peculiar things and peculiar ways. Now, how many non-academic staff go on sabbatical? How many of them do research? How many of them can go and, despite all what we have today, you still have our academic lecturers that go abroad on sabbatical nowadays. They still go abroad. Even if those ones don't come, we have those who go from here to go and do their sabbatical there. So you want to close all that system? You want to close that opportunity? I mean, they should think of better ways to do things and not close the door to, knowledge. Because what we are doing now is making many of them to think that, okay, why do we even want to remain in this system? If the system cannot allow us to go, and they are beginning to...
We've lost quite a number.
Yes, a lot of them have moved. A lot of them have moved.
It's just a very toxic environment.
Despite all the complaints that we have, that Nigeria education has fallen, and this, that, when our lecturers or even students go abroad, they do very well because they have labored under hard conditions, and when they get there, it becomes exactly.
Benga is calling us from Abuja.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Benga.
Good evening, Ayo. Good evening to your guest there.
Yeah,
my name is Benga from Abuja. I want to agree with Paula that ASUU resumed because of the intervention of the honorable speaker. Yes, he has done a good job. The ASUU were forced to resume. They went to the appeal courts. The appeal court told them that they should go back to class. There's no way they would have refused because they are the one that seek for the appeal. Okay. And they said, before I hear you appeal, go back to class.
Okay.
And the president mentioned it on national TV that they went back to class because of the court ruling that they should go back. And that was the straw that made the back of the camel of ASUU. ASUU have been very arrogant. Even the president on national TV said that students should vote out the government and kill them at home. It was political.
Thank you, Benga.
That's one of the reasons why some cases.
Thank you, Benga.
It's political. The people that they organized, lecturers within the system who talk like this last caller now. When ASUU gets the benefits of this, they will all get it.
Are they going to turn it down?
People, I don't even understand how Nigerians talk.
See,
people, you signed an agreement with people. Government signed a memorandum of action. You refuse to implement it. They went on strike. You are now saying they are arrogant. How are they arrogant? The truth is, I asked a question. I wish it could stay on. Didn't the court order resident doctors to go to work? Did they go to work? Did they?
I mean,
is it today? Okay.
Now,
federal government was told to release Nnamdi.
Have they released it?
Was it not the same appeal court?
I mean,
is it every judgment in our country that people obey? Even when they don't obey some of it, how many times do we see repercussions?
None. But, I mean,
they can even end the strike, go back and not teach.
And not teach. In fact, some of the universities...
That way they have obeyed the court order.
But they are not teaching.
But they refuse to...
Yes.
Because they don't want to... You know, the problem with some of this, they don't want to give Gbajabiamila credit. And whether you like it or not, you must give him credit. If he chose to intervene where others chose not to intervene, we will continue to give him credit. Every time he tries to do that, we will give him that credit. That is the problem with some of... These are our people. They don't want to give him credit.
Exactly.
They want to tell us it's the court. Court alone cannot bring about industrial harmony.
Some of the universities have not even announced days of resumption. And those that have announced...
Remember their visit to Mr. President?
Yes.
They went to go and...
appeal to him that, look, this is... we are going to talk to... Yes. Now the president has... You know, there are hawks. I praise the president for one thing.
Yeah.
For refusing to listen to some of the hawks
Who
in his
are-
administration
Exactly.
and outside of it.
Yes.
By going ahead
To agree
put
with
that 470 billion in the budget.
Exactly.
300 billion out of it is for university revitalization
Yeah.
of their infrastructure. 170 is for increase in their salaries.
Yeah.
Those going around deceiving themselves that the strike has amounted to nothing, nothing has been achieved. If nothing was achieved, why did the president release that money?
Well, it's just because some people, as you said, don't want to give honor to whom honor
Yes.
is due. They think it is something else. And
He said it's the last straw that will determine. Now today people, they refuse to obey court.
And finally,